Alright, so let's check out this T-Cores gaming mouse. This is supposed to have RGB and a bunch of programmable buttons as well in it. So let's get this unboxed and kind of see what all comes in the box. So right away we have the 2.4 gigahertz. Let me just double check that right now. We have the 2.4 gigahertz connecting dongle. That's for your laptop, your computer, your desktop, whatever it is. Looks like comes with a charging cable, and right away I've noticed this is a USB Type-C, so that is something I love to see. If it's not USB Type-C, we just throw it all away. And then we're going to have the mouse itself. This definitely has some weight to it already, which is something that I really like. Alright, it doesn't feel like a cheap mouse. A lot of times you get these gaming mouse and they kind of feel cheap. So I like that. Looks like we have a sensor that we're going to have to pull off. There is the charging port right there for the USB Type-C on the top, if you can see that on the camera. And then it looks like we have two buttons here, one here. You have your normal mouse buttons, and then we have our scroll wheel, and it looks like that clicks as well. So, you know, let's get the instructions out. Let's kind of turn this on. Let's see what the RGB lights look like, but so far I like that it's got some weight. I like that it has a ton of different programmable buttons on there, which is going to be really nice if you're using this for gaming because you can customize it all. So let's get this turned on and kind of check it out. Alright, so you notice I do have it plugged in. I guess when it got shipped to me, it didn't have any battery power on there, so we're going to have to charge this puppy up. But there is that button on the other side that says LED, and you can see we have all these different cool lights on here, which is pretty sweet. And let's see if you kind of press that, it's going to change some colors. So that is really cool. You know, I like to go with one color. It looks like the scroll wheel color light doesn't change. Looks like that stays green, which is unfortunate. That the rest of it does change though. So already, like for my computer, these two buttons are programmed like I'm on a browser. Obviously depends on what you're going to do. We're going like this is like hitting the back, so like this is going to go back to my home page, my browser, and then that's going to go back. It's going to go back to where I was, just kind of seeing what the default programs are. And then it looks like the rest of these buttons aren't programmed to really do anything, so that's okay. But so far, I really like this mouse. I like that it's got some weight to it. And I will say something to note though, when you look at this cable, there are some notches on there, right? And that's because when you look at the mouse, hopefully you can see this, there are some notches in there, which also means that this cable, and this is actually like, at first I didn't like this, but it's kind of a cool design. It's making sure that this cable isn't going to wiggle around in the mouse, which means your USB Type-C connection there should stay solid for a lot longer than normal because it's preventing the cable from wiggling around, which is preventing your connection from wiggling around. So pretty cool mouse. Obviously, you know, we have the on and off. We can turn it off, but because I have it plugged in, it's still going to work there. So I guess this is just for if we unplug it, and then, yeah, you see how it's now lighting up, but if I turn it off, it's off. So pretty cool mouse. Obviously, you know, I would have to spend some more time playing with it, but you know, upon first impressions and showing you guys everything that comes in the box, this is really nice.